So I'm being very British about this video. I'm actually stood here just finishing off my cup of tea, just taking the tea bag out, and yes, it's GTA London for the PlayStation 1, and as you can see here it says please insert the Grand Theft Auto disc. So sip of my tea, and then I'm going to go down here and insert my GTA 1 disc. Now this game, I don't know whether, personally I'd call it a kind of forgotten title in the GTA series. There wasn't a 3D version of it, and there's not been a HD version of it, seeing as that's how Rockstar seem to be labelling their games nowadays. And if I press X and then put this other disc in. Now this is a bit of a piss take really, because it's basically saying you can't have this game cheap, you know, unless you own GTA. And it's kind of like, why didn't they just release it as a full price standalone game if that's the case? They did actually release it as a standalone game after a while as a kind of budget title. I think it ended up being like £9.99. Not sure about the price originally, it may have just been like 20 quid. But yes, kind of a bit of a weird thing to do, although Rockstar do kind of have a history of re-releasing add-ons as standalone games. They did it with Liberty's episodes from Liberty City. So, new game, some new, basically Michael Caine there. So over the top with the stereotypical British shit. Not really played this game to any sort of extent. Should do really, because I never played it back in the day. Drinking my tea. Quite nice actually. It's got the mixture right there. So initial thoughts, actually, it does seem a bit crisper. Yeah, the graphics seem crisper than the first GTA game, which is interesting. So let's run some bitches over. Frame rate's still obviously a bit jerky, as you can see. Whilst it is set in London, must be said, the environments aren't exactly massively different looking. There's the police. Austin Powers car there. Let's do some exploring in my shitty van. Kind of questionable whether they'd get away with whether they'd get away with releasing this game nowadays with death and realism and misery and all of that shit. And the tour bus there. There seem to be quite a lot of recycled sound files in this game from the original. Especially the music actually coming from the cars. I mean, why would somebody playing music in their car in London in the 60s, 70s, whenever this is set, sound the same as someone playing music in the late 90s in their car? It doesn't really make much sense, but then again, it's a computer game, so not to be too anal about it. So first mission you do has got a fucking scooter on it, just so every cliche in the book has been clearly used in this game. Still got a 2-star wanted level, but can't really see the police anywhere proactively chasing me. You old radish. And what's interesting is obviously it's called GTA London, and everywhere's got kind of the correct place names as far as I'm aware. Try and get that bastard. Get here, bitch. There we go. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, the name places are accurate-ish. I don't know. Not really too clued up on London. But yes, just interesting that they've never done just like a GTA New York or Mount Thayan. So, it's loading now.
Listen, boy, we're looking for a lad who can do this stuff. I've heard you're tasty. No better around. You get
Cup of tea and watch the cutscene.
I'm the monkey. You're this way. It's a massive hand.
Not sure if I'll be doing a GTA 2 video. I'm not sure whether I've got a what? Is that the first level? Surely that wasn't the first level that I just completed. Could it have been? What? I drove a fucking scooter from one place to another and then the game was over. Oh, makes no sense whatsoever. And there's only one city as well. London. Bizarre. Maybe I've just got a save game on the memory card or something like that. So here you've got a wider selection of missions. You've got kind of like the 4 payphones from the original game. Most of the missions in these first GTA games are just driving around. There's not really too much complexity to them. Every so often you'd have like a car with a bomb and a timer, that kind of thing, but nothing too stand out. Remember there being a kind of Speed-esque, well, it was basically a rip-off of Speed mission where you're on a bus and it's rigged with a bomb. You have to keep the bus moving or it explodes. Which is no mean feat in Grand Theft Auto because the buses handle like absolute shit. So let's try the gun. Seemingly, oh, it's kicked in now. I was going to say a lot less slowdown. There is some slowdown, but it doesn't seem as bad as in the first game. motherfucker. See how quick the police come and try and deal with me now. Murder. Yeah, plenty of murder here, bitch. Oh. So, pistol's not very accurate then. Why is there no fucking police hunting me down? They should be flying in from all angles, trying to take me down. Didn't even put any cheats on in this game. Fuck off. Yeah, the pistol clearly isn't a great weapon in the game. You have to be spot on with your accuracy. Keep missing him. It's like this. I don't know. Is this? Oh, there we go. Now we're murdering bitches. Here we go. Here's some police. We killed a Rosa. Bolt down some fucking match, you wazzers. Oh, got nicked. So yes, that's GTA London. More of the same really. Definitely worth a play if you remember playing the original game, but never played London back in the day, which is pretty much the case with me. I'd rather play this one than Grand Theft Auto 2. Didn't really like the futuristic settings of Grand Theft Auto 2. It just wasn't realistic. Not that GTA is realistic, but I don't know, it just wasn't as much fun. But yeah, it's definitely a recommended game. Both the original game and GTA London, can't recommend them enough. Remember that there is two versions of GTA London. There's a standalone sort of game, and there's also this mission pack variety where you do have to own the original GTA also. So thumbs up, and still hoping that my copy of GTA 5 slots through the door today and not tomorrow. Alright.